So, everyone has once again appeared to do a contract for the Flayer's Take. A relatively lucrative contract after a hag's heart. A shadow hag, to be specific. You've been made aware that returning the heart will be worth 750 gold, and everyone will get a healing potion. It's also been made clear to you that being a hag, she likely has her own cache of valuables that is worth stealing. You've also been told that there is a contact you are to get in touch with, who will be able to give you more information and some advantage over the hag, which would normally be a very tricksy opponent. So yeah, that's kind of what you've been told. But as always, you've got to first go to the Slayer's Take and get kind of a debrief or a briefing from your boss, and also get some useful healing items so that you don't all immediately die. So yeah, the door's ahead. Who'd be the first one through the door? Or people now close enough that they're kind of moving in pairs and talking?
Oh, hello, Merton. You're looking taller than usual. Have you had your hair done?
Funny as always, Smelly Joe. Yeah, unlike the normal figure of Merton sitting behind the desk, Vanessa's there. Her hand on the back of the displacer kitten that was picked up a few weeks ago. Its little tentacles sort of stroking at her hand as she scratches behind its ear.
Finch growls at it.
It growls back. It's like, Finch, you have not been here long enough to be growling at my displacer kitten.
Sorry, it's the cats. Don't get them.
They are creepy, but that's kind of why I like them. Anyway, you're all here for the Hags contract, correct?
Yeah,
That's correct.
Yes.
Cool. So she looks you all over.
To seduce her.
Smelly Joe, the decrepit old necromancer. Finch, the towering furbog with a heart of gold. Lucien, the armor-plated tiefling. Rogar, the sort of a Strider-esque ranger in leathers, and a new face. Who's the new face that she has to look at?
Spensius, he's my friend.
She glances over Spensius, and immediately you can tell it's just, yeah, that's a skeleton. And she keeps moving.
You just dressed it up again. Is that what you did?
It's a skeleton. He's wearing a full face hood mask thing. I mean, if you do the Shift Z thing on his token, it's from one of the games that Eric ran. He's wearing full robes. He's wearing Scowl armor. He doesn't look at all like a skeleton. He looks like a fucking whack job.
He does, but Vanessa looks over, and you can tell it's just immediately like, nope, not a person. She is far too seasoned an adventurer to be caught out by that. And then it goes over to Nors and like, what is your name, initiate? I haven't got it in my records.
Well, Nors. That's what you can call me.
Nors. Ah, yes, I have you down. Your actual title's a bit more fancy.
Well,
but I think Nors suits you better.
I don't use the fancy one very much.
Quite right.
I'll say this, though. I'm looking to earn some coin, at least from this.
Well, at 750 gold, you'll all get a nice split, and if there's a hag you end up taking out, I'm sure they'll have a lot more gold hanging around. The contract has a contact for you to meet. This is the location. He points out a map. This is where to meet them outside of Vasselheim. Apparently, they've already been paid off, and they know the location of a night hag, and even have information on how to deal with its more tricksy abilities. But there is a reason I have requested to be the one to talk to you today. I say requested, I've got Merton making me dinner. Yes. How I know one or two of you have dealt with hags before in the past. But I still would like to advise caution. We don't normally take hag contracts. They have a high mortality rate. They're smart, and they're dangerous, more so than the enemies we're used to taking on. As such, I'm advising caution to each of you. Be careful with the deals you make, and do not underestimate anything you see. You guys have all done very well recently. You're becoming useful members and quite profitable. I'd rather you stayed alive.
Why, Fidessa, I think that's the nicest thing I've ever heard you say.
Don't get used to it.
I'm rubbing off on you, aren't I? Just a little.
Please stop talking. I have a nicer thing to say anyway. Urzin's made some pies. Oh, Nors, this is confusing to some new people. We have magical pies that heal people.
You're kidding.
No, there was a strange situation with a baker who turned out to be a wannabe lich, and his soul is now in our friend Urzin here, and he can make... It's a very long story that I don't really understand, but yeah. I just know the pies heal people.
Whatever.
So I have a couple
Tastes
for
quite
you.
Good as well.
They're actually quite delectable. Yes, so let me see. Pies. So as normal, I have one healing pie, one greater healing pie, one death pie, which I'd suggest giving to Nors here. Initiates are having a bad record of survival. A hearty pie, make you a bit more durable while getting hacked up. And a portion of the righteous butter. Direct from the holy cow itself. She pinches like the bridge of her nose as she says that.
Well, I think Lucian would quite like the righteous butter.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure why I'm talking in the third person. I do that sometimes.
You should try and stop that habit. It's very annoying. Yes, here you go. It might help you get in and out of your armor. And she holds out this sort of very carefully wrapped little package with like religious symbols of Serenray on it.
Actually, if everybody could speak in the third person, that would help me remember names.
Nors, would you like the Death Pie? It acts similar to the Death Ward spell you might have heard clerics using on important people.
I see. I'll take
it's
that.
It's a good idea.
It also tastes like strawberries.
Not to perish.
And she hands out this, like, it's like a little, like, fist-sized, like, one-bite pastry.
Alright. So I'll take it?
Yeah, hands it over to you.
Yep.
That leaves the greater healing pie, the healing pie, and the hearty pie.
I wouldn't mind the little healing pie.
I'll take the greater if it's going. The other pie will do. Was it which one? The hearty pie won't do much for me with my armor anyway. Well,
the hearty pie gives you resistance to damage.
Which I have from my form anyway.
Very well.
Good point.
Rogar, you were wanting the hearty pie then?
I will take the hearty pie.
There you go. Right, that's everyone got their pack lunches.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, dear. So anyway, as I said, please exercise caution. Your normal slash and grabs might be less effective than you're used to. And yes, good luck.
Who's our contact? I mean, I think we should probably be told that because
yes.
I mean, it would be a good idea. Your thoughts, Spensius? And Spensius goes, I think Joe is clearly the smartest person here. I am with him 100%.
But Vanessa and the Displacer Kitten look at Spensius like somewhat confused. And like, Vanessa even gives kind of like a nod of like, alright, that's smarter than I expected. And goes, all I know about her is her name is Auntie Elderflower, which, to be honest, isn't filling me with much hope.
I think I've heard about her somewhere.
Hmm.
There's a back alley. Some strange man approached me and said that I should keep something for her. It's most odd.
Lucian, I would suggest you spend less time with strange men in back alleys. Was Smelly Joe there by any chance?
I believe he was, actually.
It was my alley. They were intruding.
If anything happens in an alleyway, Joel know.
The walls have ears, as do I.
They're just full of horrible stuff. Okay. Well, that's your
I can smell
contact.
it, Joe.
Please get out. And good luck to all of you.
Okay.
We know where to meet her, right?
No, we have no idea. We're going to have to wander the streets asking if anyone knows where
I
an
literally
Aunt
gave
Elder
you a
is.
map earlier. Not 5 minutes ago, you stupid old man.
You know where Aunt Homer is.
Lucian,
I'm
please
looking
take
for
this.
Aunt Homer.
No, take the map, Lucian. Please. They'll be fine.
Lucy, you do the reading thing.
Hand you
This
the map.
fountain has crabs.
Thank you for map.
All right.
Great.
So I take it
the
you
thing.
you take the map and follow it. As everyone goes
Yes.
to the traditional,
Yes.
waiting for another map to appear spot of the fountain. So yeah, it takes you outside of the Vasselheim, which is strange to begin with. Maybe an hour's walk outside the walls of Vasselheim, out of one of the seldom used gates into a old part of the forest there. It's all kind of murky here. Everything's just a little bit damp, a little bit moist, with sort of fungal growths on the trees, and you find a clearing in the spot that was indicated. The clearing has it's kind of marshy and boggy, and uninteresting apart from a very old monolithic standing stone at the heart of it. And yeah, you reach this spot and look around, and you don't see anyone at first.
Well, that doesn't look fishy at all. And can I, have a closer look at the standing stone?
Yeah, sure. You want to roll a skill on it in particular?
Yeah, I'd investigate it.
Yeah, you can.
I would
investigate.
like to assist him with his investigation.
Thank you very much.
Look
Alright,
at that bit
character seems
there.
slightly
That bit
different.
looks fascinating.
It does indeed look very fascinating.
I think Joe is clearly the smartest person here, and I'm with him 100%.
I feel like, I'm slightly pushing Joe away because he kind of reeks.
How rude.
Yeah, you look over it. You check the inscriptions in different spots and stuff. There are inscriptions kind of in it. They're very old. Moss has filled them in. It doesn't look like anyone's touched this in a while. Yeah,
Just like me.
truly ancient. Your investigation does pick up, though, around the base when you're kind of looking on the old, it almost looks like dried blood. I mean, you with a 19 on your experience, you recognize it as ancient dried blood in parts, kind of leaked into the runes on the thing.
I see. Standing stone with some ancient dried blood. Maybe a site of an old sacrificial ritual or something along the lines. This doesn't look very
And as you're having that thought,
safe to me.
everyone hears behind them, the cracking and moving of trees. Like a slow, sort of ponderous cracking and coming out of the woods behind them.
Well, this is how I died then. It was nice knowing you all.
And as you
Spin
turn
around.
around, you see what looks like a massive tree stump. Like this huge, old, ancient tree stump, come out of the trees, being pulled along on creeping and crawling roots that pull themselves out of the ground and then drag this tree stump forwards at kind of a slow, ponderous pace. And on top of this massive tree stump is a nice little house, little cottage with a thatched roof and well-maintained doorway. and it cricks and cracks along and comes to a stop, and the little cottage's door opens up and a rope ladder comes rolling out and lands in the marshy mud.
Well, this is rather unusual.
I mean, this happens to me every other week. Is it that unusual for people?
Pretty sure it is, yeah. I'm not going first.
I did forget eating any mushrooms along the way, did I?
Are you sweating a lot?
No, just no more than usual amount.
Then you're okay
Here's
for
the-
mushrooms.
What was in that pie?
Have you eaten the pie yet?
I feel like I've eaten the pie.
Alright,
Yeah,
you have the
it lasts
death
8
ward
hours.
condition on you for 8 hours.
Alright, well, up we go then.
I
Just
will-
start climbing.
I will wait for somebody to go up and let me know it's safe, and then I will send my hired bodyguard Spensius.
How about we send the sack of bones first?
I don't know what you calling me a sack of bones?
Oh, I mean, it takes one to know one.
Pinch is already halfway up the ladder.
Cool. So Finch, you reach the top of the ladder. It's a bit awkward. It's always annoying climbing a rope ladder. And you reach the top and you pull yourself up, and out of this hut is coming the warm, inviting smell of cookies and like the nice sort of warmth of a hearth burning. And you can see smokes like drifting out of the chimney.
Does Lucian's divine sense pick up anything?
Do you use it?
Yes.
All right. And that would let
We're
you
in a
pick
dodgy
up.
site.
Definitely pick up the Spensius is undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely pick that part up. And what does that let you detect?
It's on the side. It's
I didn't see
celestials, fiends, and undead, and hallowed and unhallowed areas and objects.
The thing is,
you-
it doesn't
you did-
have all the details because it's through a certain amount of wood and a certain amount of stone. You can't sense them as well. isn't
Yeah,
it?
if they're in total cover, which anything would be
Yeah.
in there. But you don't sense any of those things there. Nothing here is hallowed or unhallowed. There's no undead apart from Spectacus, who, with your low wisdom, you think seems like an interesting fellow. Who beside you?
Spensius is an interesting fellow.
He seems like a good friend to Joe. He's been talking him up the whole way, saying how he's 100% with him.
You know, let's.
I thought that was
ruin
like all
it.
he said.
That's all he's said so far. But he has other sayings.
I know, but I'm hoping you've just used that one like 4 times in the last 2 hours. But yeah, Finch, you're
Well,
at
as long as
you
they-
pull yourself up and you're at this this nice, warm, inviting door. What do you do?
Have a lore about hags to see if this seems to fall in line with the kind of thing they'd get up to.
Yeah, you could roll, well, whatever skill you think your character would use to think on this, just roll that skill, and I'll give you information depending on what you roll.
Okay, it'd probably go through
Sleight of
nature as
hand.
if it's a fey creature.
Yeah, you could go with nature.
Well,
11. You know a little of hags. You know that they tend to occupy the oldest and darkest parts of the woods, and they tend to have a bad effect on the areas, but in a similar way to, like, you might think of them in a similar way you might treat like an infection in trees and the like it's just something that's always been there and is always kind of a problem. So the kind of decrepit, mossy area does suggest maybe hags. You're not sure if this particular, like, crawling house does, though. You don't have much personal knowledge beyond that.
gotcha.
It's definitely weird, though.
I'm gonna do a con save to see how hungry I am. Okay, I'm not hungry. Guys, you want to come up here? Getting a bit weird. Cookies.
Yeah.
Lucian will climb up.
Cool. Lucian, you clank your way up there.
I'll glare at Joe on the way, though.
What did I do?
Yeah. Inviting
You worried
smell,
I'm good to
cookies
look
when you
at?
get to the top. Nice warmth. A voice calls from inside the house. Hello, yes. In you come whenever you're ready. Sorry, I'm busy trying to make cookies. Oh God, it's everywhere.
Rogar follows Lucian.
encouraging.
Are we gonna walk into like a 70s porno at this point? Come in. Oh God, I've got cookie mix all over me. Only somebody could lick it all off.
Not
I
only
can lay
70s.
some pipe.
So does everyone head into the house?
Yeah, even Spensius.
Yeah.
All right.
And stuff.
So
I think we
everyone
sound
heads
good,
in. The house seems significantly larger on the inside. Has that kind of TARDIS effect. You walk in, things about the dimensions are just a little too big. And the house is immensely cluttered. Like, there's just stuff everywhere. And a lot of it's very, like, random things. Just, like, old statuary, mugs. So many mugs. There's, like, 4 cats in the room, hanging out on various things. Little effigies of, like, dolls and the like. Just scattered everywhere. And, you're kind of all in and taking in the weird and varied sights of the room. When a little old-ish woman, like, she's got, like, red hair, but it's starting to grey at the temple, comes bustling out. She's a little rotund, and she's got this, she's got this, what's it called?
She's in a 90.
No. She's in her...
Canon, you said it.
Doesn't make a canon. She's in a, what do you call it when you're cooking? The oven guard things. The apron. She's got an apron on.
Apron.
Yeah. With, like, little
And that's it.
An apron over
like,
her nose.
no, comes bustling out, and she looks around at everyone. She's like, "Oh, hello, everyone. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep you waiting. I was trying to get everything ready for you coming in, and I ran out of time. Hello, I'm Auntie Elderflower, and let me see, you must be Lucian. Yes, I've heard of you.
Oh.
The heavily armored one,
Hello.
stalwart, defendery type, good stuff. And you're Smelly Joe, of course. You've been making quite the stir amongst the magic users around here. Very good. And you're Finch, aren't you? You were there. You were there when that horrible eye thing got taken out. And Rogar, you went 1-on-1 with a gargoyle. Yes, and you're new. That's lovely. Lovely to meet a new person I've not heard of. Great. That's so nice to meet all of you. Please come in. Would anyone like any cookies? I've just cooked them, and I've got some tea as well.
Ooh, I would.
Oh, excellent. And she goes away, like, potters out of the room and returns with, like, a tray of cookies.
Finch crushes the chair by trying to sit on it.
Yeah, the chair, like, creaks underneath you, but I think endures. It's sturdy, like... It's not IKEA furniture. This is, like, something nice and handcrafted.
I give a little butt wiggle just to make sure it's secure.
It groans.
No cookies for me, thank you. I'm watching my figure.
Oh, of course. Tea, then? Or coffee?
Just tea, thank you. I don't want to be up all night. I'm having a nap.
Ah, yes, those become important at our age. And she begins, like, pouring everyone a cup of tea and dealing out cookies and at this kind of table in the middle of the room. She sits down and goes, "Right, so, business, yes?" Well, don't everyone speak at once.
Well, how do you know so much about us?
Oh, it's my job to be informed. I'm something of a town gossip, I suppose. People like to keep me up to date on things. It's how I know where the hags you're looking for are.
Sorry, did you say hags?
Can I insight check her?
Yeah, sure.
Can I roll really badly on it?
Yeah, of course.
16's not too
You
bad.
can also roll relatively well.
Advantage.
Yeah, she seems completely legit.
Well, she seems completely legit.
Thank you, Smelly Joe. So does your
I think
friend
I'd like
here.
Spencer's advice on this.
Oh, yes, I hired Spensius. And then Spensius says, "Yes, Joe hired me to protect him from the evil in this world. I am loyal to him and the forces of good."
Lucian gives Smelly Joe the stink eye.
Well,
Is there something wrong with
and
your
yes,
eyes,
Lucian, I did say hags. They're the only night hag within the area of Vasselheim at the moment is part of a coven that is acting out of Vasselheim itself.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes, quite dangerous indeed. Luckily for you, you've come to Auntie Elderflower, and I might have the information that could make the difference, really, between survival and, well, a rather untimely end. But to the first part of business, the person who gave the contract, a rather mysterious fellow, gave me some information. Gave me some payment to get you some information. So he wants the Night Hag's heart. The Night Hag, it's in the sewers of Vasselheim. They've created something of an underground establishment there to lure the downtrodden and a little bit fringe elements, I suppose you'd say. Yes, they live down there, and they drink and gamble and all that like, and the hags watch over and pick out the best from them and sort of make their deals and do their ways. And the Night Hag is one of the hags down there. Now, Night Hags normally have the ability to shift planes and turn ethereal, making them almost impossible to kill. Luckily, she pulls out a little vial. I have been hired to make this potion, and she pushes it across. All you need to do is have the Night Hag drink this potion, and she will be unable to transfer planes or enter the ethereal plane. Quite nifty, if I say so myself.
yes. If we can get her to drink it, that's going to be.
Yes, that will be the tricky part, but I might have information that can help with that. And on her sisters as well. Would you like to learn more about them?
Oh yes, please.
Excellent,
care to know
excellent.
more?
First and foremost, though, just remember this. So you want to go into the sewer by the old fishery. You want to go down. You'll find a big wooden door. You enter that. You go down. You take a right, left, right, left. Take a U-turn, and then a right and a left and a right. And then you should come to a door with a large burly gentleman in front of it. And the password to enter is Humperdinck.
Humperdinck. Did
Humperdinck.
anybody get those directions?
I got right, left, right, left.
Oh, I got right, left, right, left.
I thought it was right, left, left.
You know, strangely
right,
enough,
right,
when you
turn
get there,
left.
I think you'll find you don't have any trouble finding it. Just follow your intuition.
Very good. Very good.
But anyway, to the rest. Please, everyone sit down, get comfy. I know the table's a little crowded. Has everyone got enough tea, cookies, and the like?
I think Spensius might need more tea.
She pours some more
Well,
tea.
Spensius? My name is Spensius. I'm a bodyguard. I don't like to talk much. Oh, I think he's fine for tea then. And definitely alive.
Yes, Joe, of course.
Definitely.
Oh,
So, everyone get
Okay.
comfy. And she drags you over to the table here. Can everyone see alright? Or is anything on that shouldn't be on? Nope.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's because Fog of War is enabled. Off it goes. Bloop.
woo.
Hello, whiteness, my old friend.
So, she sits you down at her table, and she pulls out a deck of cards and begins to flick through it. And, goes quickly through all the cards, and deals 4 of them out in front of you. So,
Pretty sure I've seen this scam before.
you've
iPhone.
never seen a scam like mine, Nose. She smiles. So
this is a scam.
Possibly.
don't move my card. Whoa, no, seriously, Adam, don't move my fucking cards. I will completely lose track. Adam!
I'm putting them back. I've put them back.
Relatively important. Right. So sits down in front of you and goes, right, so, the first card. The family. The coven itself. Let's see what we get. And she flips the card. Flip. Oh, not the best card, the tower. The family is dedicated to ruination, causing destruction in Vasselheim, and the breaking of the current order. But they are, hags. To be expected. And for the next card, I believe this is the... Yes, this is the youngest of the siblings. The Hanged Man. She's a sea hag. not particularly strong compared to the others. A bit of an unfortunate soul, really. The runt of the litter, we could call her. And let's see the next card. Just flip this over. Ah, the maiden, but upside down, reversed. Someone who appears.
I didn't turn it upside down.
No, that was
only.
someone, the maiden, but reversed. Somebody who appears innocent and friendly and all that, but is secretly, well, not so. And the final card.
I Spence you.
This is for the night hag that you are searching for, the matriarch of the whole affair. Ah, the Hierophant.
Hierophants.
The ruler, the sort of, I suppose you'd say, the one in charge of all this. A bit tyrannical of her family. So these
elephants can be like that.
These are the people in effect. Now I have information on all of them. Information that really could make the difference between, well, life and death. And she spills like some tea, like, and it comes out, oh, Butterfingers, and it runs between the cracks in the woods and turns red and forms words underneath the cards. So, well, that's rather convenient. I can tell you their desires, fears, their strengths, and their weaknesses. Useful bits of information to have, I do say so. Especially for your target and for the family in general. It's also worth saying, Vanessa let me know, but maybe forgot to tell you on the way out, she's offering extra money for hag claws. I believe 50 a claw. I meant to say that. She maybe meant to say that, but got distracted by how weird you all are.
I'm quite interested in the desires of the maiden. I imagine she wants to become the elephant of the group.
Perhaps. So you'd like to know about that? We could talk payment then, if you want. And you see like more of the red liquid kind of flowing and moving until it comes up. These are the current things I require in payment. Wealth is always important, but I only need so much of it. I could use someone's dignity, a little bit of someone's luck, maybe. Secrets are always useful currency. A promise. Someone's courage. Someone's firstborn. I know probably no one will do that one, but it's just tradition I ask. Someone's name. Someone's beauty. Someone's hair. Someone's memory. And someone's caution. Now, these are what I'm trading today. They're all temporary, of course. I wouldn't take your dignity for the rest of your days. Just a day or two.
Well, I don't have any dignity left.
Yes, I'm afraid that you don't have any dignity to sell, Joe.
My firstborn is a total bastard, so I'd be more than happy to exchange him, but I don't know where he's at.
We could maybe talk on that.
I mean, how much is my beauty worth?
She like leans in and looks you over.
I smile.
Crackling old teeth. Maybe someone else's. But these are what I have to trade, and these are the things I can deliver upon. Little bits of information that might make the difference between life and death.
Does Lucia know anything about people that make these kinds of bargains?
What do you mean? Oh, these kind of bargains? You could roll whatever knowledge check you think would be relevant to it. Arcana? 14? Devils, demons, fae all make these similar ones. Although the sort of the beauty and the memory, those things aren't particularly useful to demons or devils. This leans more towards the fae.
Okay. Which could go either way as to how dodgy they are.
Pretty much.
See, I'm suspicious that this woman is a hag and that she's the maiden of the group, but I don't know if my character would think that. I mean, he's a suspicious old coot. But,
Yeah.
I don't think I need any more information. I think I would rather hold on to what little hair and memory I have left.
Are you sure? You're already losing
where
so
are
many
we?
of your memories.
No, only the ones I don't need. At least I don't think I needed them.
Well, let's start simple. Wealth. Gold is a simple thing, comes fast and goes quick. 100 gold, and I could maybe give you one of these bits of information.
Talking about coming fast and going quick, maybe we should leave. Before I come fast.
But you haven't finished your tea yet, Joe. Just relax and be quiet. Shh.
Well, a small amount of, well, gold might be worth some information.
Excellent.
What do we think would be the most valuable information here?
Weakness of our enemies.
You're really quiet there, Rogar.
It always is.
Weakness of our enemies.
Yeah, you'd have to pick one, I think.
Yes, I could give you the weakness of one of them, or the family. Although, the family's quite general knowledge, but useful.
Wasn't the sea hag killed in a drowning accident?
Maybe.
Oh, you mean for what we thought?
There are
Jeez.
multiple sea hags in the world.
That's fair.
I do know that one was killed recently, but that was
But
not the one.
there's another. Ah, there we go. I got a bit of free information. That's how you do it.
You are quite charming, Joe. I can't really resist giving you the occasional tidbit.
Well, I think the weakness of the Hierophant might well be a useful thing to know.
Probably would.
Very well. Lucian is willing to part with the requested amount of money.
Alright, so you hand over 100 gold. She takes it, gives it a quick count, like does that, kind of till, puts it down, goes, yep, that's all in order, and puts it away. Yes, the Hierophant, the night hag in question, the one you hunt for, so. Her weakness is her utter confidence. Most night hags have it. They can't be killed as far as they're concerned. If someone tries, they just teleport away to the dimension they come from. As such, she would be completely confident to be alone in a room with a group of dangerous adventurers, where most people might be nervous. And she's been known to take the VIPs. There's a VIP room in her area. Which she will normally have a drink with her customers who catch your eye.
Thank you. That could well be very useful.
Yes, that was an important one. I'm glad you took it. There are others as well, of course. But that's all the wealth I need, I'm afraid. 100 gold will last me a fair while out here.
Rogar asks the hag about, trading a name.
Ah, yes, a name.
What did you mean?
You would just have to tell me your name. All of it, your first, middle, and last name. And just let me have it. You would still have it as well, don't worry, you wouldn't have to change your name or anything. But, names are useful things to know of a person. They might let me call upon you at another time if I need a favor. That sort of thing. But you wouldn't be required to carry out any favor for me knowing your name. It would just let me call on it.
Rogar has to think for a minute. He starts pacing back and forth.
I mean, I could always give my name. I don't mind being summoned.
No, Joe. He steps forward and he says, "My name is Antanas. I know no further parts of my name. I just know that was the name that was given at birth.
And is that true?
Rogar is just a title I use." Yeah, it's completely true.
Cool. Just gonna open up a notes document here for no apparent reason.
I can't remember what Uncle Joe's middle name is. His first name is Uncle, and his last name's Joe. But I can't remember what his middle name is.
I
Isn't
thought
his
it was
first name
Smelly.
first name Old,
No, Smelly's just a
second
nickname.
middle name Uncle, and then Joe?
No, it's just Uncle Joe. It was in one of the games where we discussed it, and they said, "What your parents named you Uncle?" And it's like, "Yes," and I don't have any siblings, so it was a weird thing to name him.
Excellent. That's fair. I may call on it one day, if I need aid or if I'm in danger. Always good to have a strapping young man to come to your rescue. So Antanas, what would you like to know about?
The desire of the maiden.
A maiden's desire is always a popular one. She's incredibly vain. The maiden wants love. She wants everyone to love her. Her friends, and let's see. Just double checking this. Yep. She wants love. She wants everyone to love her, and she despises when people don't respond well to her charms. Yes, she wants everyone's affection and wants everyone to want her. She's also quite fond of artists, as I understand it. Those who can play music and bards and fine pieces of art. But you'll know her as the one who is trying to make you like her.
Gotcha.
Okay, from all of this, can I insight to see if there's any falseness in any of this that we can ascertain?
Yeah, sure. That's good insight. No, you don't think there's any falseness at all. If anything, there's this is just a business transaction to her. There's kind of a feeling of she does this relatively often, and takes a certain degree of professional pride in what she, the information she's giving.
I see. Then in that case, I'll say I haven't had any use for any parts of my dignity for years now. You can have whatever's left.
All right. And she just smiles at you and I think she reaches out and touches your hand briefly. It's a good trade. What would you like to know?
I'd like to know what the Hierophant fears.
The Hierophant is not used to being part of a coven. She fears betrayal. She has deliberately kept her sisters weaker than her, and does not allow them access to the wealth that they have gained. She also keeps the ledger secure away from them, the ledger of all the debts they're owed, in a place that only she can reach. As such, yes, she fears her sisters and their betrayal, tends to keep her distance from them. You won't find her around her sisters, at least to begin with.
Okay, but I'm really curious what I just actually gave away.
Should I trade my amazing beauty to figure out what the desire of the coven is?
Trade the last of the hair you have left.
Bugger that, I've been growing this beard for years. Do you have any idea how much time went into this thing? Hours of combing. Hours.
You own a comb?
Well, I used to. It got lost in the beard and I can't find it. But that's neither here nor there. So, would I be able to trade my beauty for the desires of the coven?
looks at you, looks you up and down, and goes, you want to trade your beauty for the desires of the coven?
Yes.
I could make use of your beauty, but I need you to...
I can literally hear the air quotes.
But I need you to stick around for maybe 40 minutes after the others leave. We need some privacy. She gives you kind of a lecturous smile.
Oh, is it me or did it just get hot in here? Oh, well, I mean, is everyone fine with waiting around outside, or...?
I'm feeling a bit ill at the thought.
I mean,
we can once we've finished our business, of course.
Well, I suppose that's...
It's all right.
Well,
the fellow in the cloak can stick around, of course, for your protection.
well, I do usually like to use protection, but that's not really what I had in mind. I mean, no, but nothing personal, but you're not really my type. So, I will decline.
Oh, well, that is a pity.
No means no. Stop trying to force me.
she looks a little surprised, like, sorry. Didn't, it gets lonely out here in my cottage, but that's fine. You just reminded me of my ex-husband.
Oh, he was a looker as well, eh? You lucky devil.
After he died.
Oh, that's less flattering.
I swallow a bit of vomit.
Stop eating my vomit.
Anyone else? I still have so much information to give.
Secrets? Is it you can only take one secret? Or you can take
Depends
one?
on the quality of the secret.
It's not a therapy session, Rogar. I've got so much I want to tell somebody, but
He's got a long backstory.
Secrets are always valuable, but their value is up to me.
Rogar steps forward again. And I am hunted by an old tribe I was a part of, a marauding group, you could say. I left in the middle of one night after killing a few members. And to this day I worry they will find me.
But my friend, I don't feel that is any secret. They all remember. So it's not a secret.
Something I don't tell anybody.
Well, that is awkward, isn't it?
He just backs up, like, kind of wide-eyed. He's not going to talk anymore.
well, things are starting to get awkward.
Yes, they tend to around this stage. I suppose
I guess
I could
have a
always
secret, I
offer
guess.
you another deal, Rogar. How about your security? At the moment, your friends probably don't know where you are. A little security might be useful to me, for me, and in exchange for a little of yours and them suddenly knowing where you are.
Sounds
We'll leave that one on the table. How about we just, everybody else keeps talking.
He chuckles.
I've heard enough. I don't really want to do any deals that involve me having to get my dick where my head's messed with. I think, is this enough information? I wasn't paying much attention.
You might have had enough. The others might not have.
I feel
That's why
this
I'm
is
asking.
I guess I have a small secret I could part with.
You can say it to me in confidence if you wish. I meant to say Roger, you didn't have to say it in front of everyone. That got a little awkward.
When he says small secret knows, he's talking about his tiny period of forgetfulness.
Oh, happy memory. Every weekend, I like to sneak into the butcher's store after it's closed and just go wild and like gnaw on all of the bones in the entire place.
I feel you also just gave me a bit of your dignity, so I'm going to accept that as a trade. What would you like to know?
To know the desires of the tower.
Ah, a good one. They desire power and control. The entire reason for their little operation is to gather powerful people to them, people of ill morals, find the best amongst them, and put them in their debt for whatever reason. That's why they are building a ledger of debts. So yes, they're gathering powerful people who interest them, and swaying them to their wills and whims.
That's handy.
I'm glad that helped.
That's
That might
more
be
a motive than an actual desire, really. I mean, what do they intend to do?
I thought
with
you were
all
going
this
to wait
power?
outside, Joe.
I never said that.
Oh, didn't you?
I haven't finished my tea.
Must have been wishful. Yes, okay. Anyone else?
Well, is there any particular piece of information we specifically want?
I mean, feel that's a bit of information in itself. But...
I was asking the group.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like to be included.
It's understandable.
Maybe the fears of the tower, maybe.
I don't think that would be that useful.
Well, I imagine the fears of the tower would be discovery and collapse.
I would agree.
Maybe.
Your thoughts, Spensius? I think Joe is clearly the smartest person here, and I'm with him 100%.
Turn that thing off.
I feel the strengths and weaknesses of the tower might be more useful to you.
Perhaps.
Or the desire of the hanged man.
Also, the weakest member is often the most unhappy in her role.
Yes.
This is true.
True.
If we can somehow break up the coven before we act, that would be valuable.
Or enlist the aid of the weaker members to take out the stronger.
Exactly.
It's
That
also...
sounds promising.
I suppose
I'm
this
the
is a bit of
smartest
free
person here.
information, but if one member of the coven dies, the coven loses its power. Its extra abilities, anyway. It might be useful to isolate one of them.
Yes, we could kill the sea hag in order to get to the elephant hag.
Nice.
That's what I was thinking.
It'd be somewhat
That
risky.
might-
If you were discovered trying to kill one of them, the others would attack you. But if you'd managed to do it quietly, then the others wouldn't have so much power to draw from if things went wrong.
In which case, perhaps the desire of the hanged man might be a valuable asset.
Indeed.
What kind of memories would we have to offer for this?
Just some memories.
I may be able to offer a secret.
You, Lucien, you seem like such an honest fellow.
I am an honest fellow, but I don't tell everything about my past.
If it's about Herklock eating a deep gnome, he's been telling everyone. It's...
Oh, no, nothing about
Okay.
that. It would be the reason why I joined the take.
Mm.
She looks somewhat interested.
If it's to sleep with Merton, then I understand. Same reason for me.
You can tell me in confidence if you want.
Now that entire conversation before makes sense why Joe didn't want to, you know.
Context.
Never put your dick in crazy. That them's the rules.
In this case, it's crazy wanting to put his dick in you.
Wait,
There's
she
not much
has a
to say
dick?
about that.
What? He has a dick?
Or is that you saying you want to put your dick in me, Matt? I really don't get what
Well,
that
no, Smelly
might
Joe
have given you
wanting
to
to
the
put... Never mind.
She might have given you over to like the giant tentacle house.
Oh.
Yeah, Lucian, you can tell her quietly if you want. You don't have to say it in front of everyone.
Yes.
There is a separate voice channel.
Yeah, we could do that.
No, I'll do it publicly. It's fine. The reason I joined the take was, well, long ago my sister was taken before her time. And well, I came to Vasselheim with the hopes of bringing her back. That's actually why I joined the Temple of the Raven Queen, thinking that perhaps that path might lead me there. But it
Somewhat
appears to be beyond
misguided.
my abilities. So I'm hoping to save enough coin that I might one day find someone with the necessary skills to bring her back.
This is a good secret.
Hmm.
What would you like to know?
Yes, the desire of a hanged man, please.
Strength. She's the weakest of the family, and as such, she covets strength. She's drawing those of martial skill, those who do well in the contests at their place, those of physical power. She keeps an eye on them, and those are the ones she gathers the most interest in and will approach.
Good to know. Ah! Sorry, my computer was going to sleep.
You're a strange man, Lucian.
You gave me a fright. I nearly wet myself.
Everything went
Pretty
dark.
sure I can see her dripping.
Ooh! I've another secret. Since I became a werewolf, I'm able to lick my balls.
That's not a secret, that's
Dignity.
physiology.
Dignity.
Stop trying to trade in more dignity.
Would anyone like me to trade the memory of him saying that?
Yeah.
Everyone lunges across the table.
I was kidding.
I'll give you that for free.
There's other options. A promise, courage, caution. Someone's luck. Not forever, just for a time. A one-off expenditure of luck. Luck's always a useful thing to have.
It is.
I've been around enough superstitious people in my life to know you don't give that away. So, nothing for murder. Other thing. Okay.
I guess.
I'm fine.
I guess that's everyone.
Can we trade someone else's beauty? Like, you know.
That
go-
seems immoral.
I-
Her clock too.
If I'm understanding correctly the trade in beauty, I do have two Etim penises, so to be honest, I'd be happy to trade away.
Wait, you have two
That is a
Etim
bit funny.
penises?
You're welcome to have them free of.
I mean, I'll trade. I'd need those for reasons. Yes.
Oh, science!
Yes.
I can
Yes.
also give you a fantastic joke with them. No.
Let's hear it.
Oh, it's just a knock-knock joke, and to be honest, I think you may have already heard it. It was quite popular for a time.
Knock knock.
Oh, who is there?
Wait, no, we're doing this the wrong way around. Just give me the penises.
Oh, okay.
We're doing this the wrong way around. Just give me the penises.
I take 2 Etin penises out of my bag, one in each hand. I want to try and do the gunslinger spin again.
Roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. And I...
They
Who do I hit?
flop onto the ground and like move some of the cards and get some of the red stuff on them. And she whisks them up and drops
Joe,
them.
that was my tea.
Whisks
Sorry,
them
when
up,
my penis hits the floor.
and it gets low. She picks them up and just drops them in a random big jar of brine. Just closes it.
Huh.
Excellent. What would you like?
Oh, the fear of the hanged man.
Sobriety. She's ashamed and angry of herself for her weakness. She's been smoking spice to keep her thoughts under control.
Spice.
Yes, she spices.
Do you spice?
Me, no,
Spice?
I don't spice. But she
Spice
spices.
anyone?
That's very valuable spice. That's very valuable information. So you smoke it? I've been snorting it this entire
Oh, I've
time.
been trying to shove it up my ass.
We're all spiced at it.
That explains why you're okay to go and do these terrible missions.
It's been 4 days since I last abused spice, and I just need a group to help me through this.
Anything else?
Oh no, I'm all out of penises, I'm afraid. Well, technically.
Alright, well if that's everyone done, I suppose you've got a bit of information now. I do have... Well, there's 2 more bits of business left. The ledger that I said they have... If everyone remembers that, it's where they've been keeping track of their dealings. If you can get that, I would be greatly appreciative if you could return it to me. In exchange...
How appreciated.
In exchange, I would give each of you a boon and a potion of greater healing.
A boon?
Yes, I have some magic on me, and I could bestow upon you a useful ability for the future.
Well,
That sounds useful.
Yes, and all I require is the ledger that they keep.
ledger.
Yes.
Oh,
The Heath ledger.
I just recalled.
Ledger of the Heath.
A few days ago, a strange man accosted me in an alley and suggested that you might have some kind of interest in this weapon.
Yes.
Taking out the cursed sword.
He was one of my, an associate of mine. He told me of this sword. It currently gets its power from a angry soul, I believe.
That appears to be the case.
Removing it would remove its power, but I could remove it and replace it with a different soul, which would grant it power and also take the evil out of it.
A different soul?
Yes.
You just have souls lying around?
No, but the souls get lost and move around. I can find them and bring them and put them inside the weapon.
No, I'm not sure about that. That seems...
Already lost souls, ones that haven't successfully passed on. Trapped in
Can I give
purgatory.
the hag? Can I give not the hag? Sorry, can I give what's her face
Auntie Elderflower.
advantage? Yeah, Aunt Irma. Persuasion. Whatever advantage with her persuasion roll by going. That sounds like a reasonable thing to ask. And, it's. I mean, I hear this happens a lot, and a lot of people have some good times with it.
being trapped in a weapon. I mean,
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Well, better a sword than fucking toe knife.
See, everybody's for it. I mean, why would you be against it, Mr. Lucian?
I don't like souls not being able to pass on.
Then why do you have one inside a sword?
Because I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
So you wouldn't call yourself a soul man?
Well, it wouldn't be anything
Not
too
really.
serious. The soul already hasn't been able to pass on. Their one's trapped without successfully passing. It would at least put them to good use and give them a chance to maybe fulfill some desire. If they wanted to do good, I'm sure being in the hands of a paladin is a worthwhile thing.
I would agree to this provided that we have the soul's consent.
Consent is important.
It has to be a written letter, signed in triplicate by the soul, with at least 2 witnesses.
A soul that consents. I think I can do that, yes.
Very well.
I would like to point out, Lucian, that any soul that agrees... You know what? Never mind.
Now, the way I can do this, night hags, they carry a bag with them that they use to draw evil souls out of people while they sleep. I don't think she keeps it on her, but if you can find this bag and bring it to me, I can use that to draw the soul out of the sword, and then I can replace it with my own little magics.
Soul collection.
So I'll need you to find the Night Hag's bag of souls.
I shall keep an eye out for it. Is there anything that it's likely to look like?
It will look like a large, dark burlap sack. She will likely have it somewhere behind the scenes. You'll know it if you touch it. It will feel cold.
I shall be on the lookout.
Is it made of gnome skin?
Oh, God.
Why would it be made of gnome skin?
All the best bags are made of gnome skin.
I think
Everyone
she
knows
could only
that.
get halfling.
Oh, lower quality, but I suppose for the money it's not bad.
Doesn't age as well.
No.
She moves in her leather seat, like, shuffling a little bit. Well, if that's everything, let's see, we've got how to deal with your sword, my ledger, little bits of information. Any other questions? Personal things, I know quite a bit. I can be helpful.
Well, Joe, where we could go next to try to best find them? You said they're in Vasselheim, right?
I gave
In
you
the sewers.
precise directions. Don't worry. Go into the
Yeah.
sewers, start
Oh, yeah,
wandering,
sewers.
you'll find them.
Yeah, that was it.
Right, left, right, left,
Sorry.
right, U-turn.
Yes, and so
Up,
on.
down, AB.
Memory like a Labrador, it's okay.
Oh, that's not Smelly Joe reciting that, that's me. Smelly Joe has no fucking idea. He doesn't even know what room he's in.
Pretty sure.
So do you all, like, get up and head out?
Yep.
Why is my tea cold?
Alright, you head off. Just to remind you what you learnt. You learnt that the Hierophant fears betrayal and keeps her sisters weaker than her, and doesn't spend a lot of time around them, so you probably won't find her in the obvious places in wherever you're going. Her weakness is she's very confident, doesn't think she can be killed, so she'll probably be willing to be left alone in a room with all you armed adventurers, as long as you can get kind of an audience. The maiden desires everyone to love her and is a little bit obsessed from the sounds of it with people liking her. She's also fond of artists. The runt she favors strength and because she is ashamed of her weakness and is gathering men of martial power into her employ. And she fears sobriety and is taken to smoking spice. The family seeks power and control and are gathering powerful people into their debt. So that's what you
I
learned.
still think you should go for the Sea Hag first, weaken the coven, steal her spice, and then just, have a good weekend. Hashtag get wrecked.
What's the hashtag?
It's a
what
type
I
of
consider
owl.
A
like.
cigarette.
It's a type of spice.
Spice.
Do you spice?
Do you spice?
I think I
Nice.
might spice. I don't know.
Spice.
Spice.
Ah.
I want to watch that episode again. That's the best
I just want to watch that bit again. The rest of the episode's a bit slow, but that one bit is brilliant.
I think they have an
Yeah.
animated thing of
They
that
do.
on
It's
YouTube.
it's very funny.
They do.
Right, so you've dealt with Auntie Elderflower. You climb out of her crawling cottage, and it begins to slink away into the woods. And you head back to Vasselheim and into the sewers. I just want to take a wee 5-minute break to go to the bathroom and grab another drink. Everyone else needs to do
You
the
want to have a
same.
wee break?
Yep, wee break.
Okay.
Wee.
Alright,
So, see you in a
A
second.
wee break.
A wee break.